I sit here at 11 o'clock at night on September the 21st, 2022. A bunch of dead wood had broken out off the tree in front of the shed, so I cut that up and pushed it in with the tractor today. Tried to do as much as I could to keep myself busy because I've been very, very sad, and solitude is the only way I can keep my mind busy and hope for the best. My dog Lucky, a stray that showed up here 3 years ago, he took off this morning by accident with my other dog, Cash, who is 5 years old. I've had her for 5 years. My dad accidentally let them both out. I live in the country, so naturally I want my dogs to run and enjoy themselves. Lucky likes to run a lot, but over the last 3 years I've learned you can only let him out by himself. Same with the other dogs, they like to roam too far. Well, this has happened many times by accident, as all the dogs are very excited to get out, and sometimes just barge out the door on my mom or my dad or my aunt. But this time I'm afraid my fears that I used to think were maybe over-exaggerated have come true. Lucky and Cash took off. Cash returned about 3 hours later, no Lucky, and I figured, well, he'll be back within the next 2 or 3 hours. And he didn't show up, and I thought, well, the last time that he did not show up for quite a while, and I was worried something had happened to him. He was back by the next morning. Well, that was 10:30 in the morning yesterday when he took off. I slept none last night, and I woke up this morning and he was not here, and unfortunately I fear the worst. I don't know what might have happened to him. It was incredibly hot yesterday, the second to last day of summer. It was really, really hot. Lots of storms brewed up the night before and rain showers today. And I'm pretty sure he had some kind of heart condition, so any number of things could have happened. I'm still hoping for the best, but it is 11:30 p.m. the next day. Over 36 hours have passed since he has been seen, so I'm worried. I'm worried he may not come back, and I understand there's a lot of dogs out here in the country. They go into heat. Male dogs will go and stay with them for quite a while. Lucky has never done that before, but I'm hoping maybe there's a chance that's what's happened this time. But I'm afraid, I really am afraid that that's not the case. I'm afraid he might have suffered an episode, or hopefully he didn't. I don't know how far they take off, at least a mile within the farm, I would say that they could possibly go, and hopefully they don't go clear over to the blacktop highway. I've looked everywhere and searched everywhere, and I haven't found any signs of him, so that's somewhat good news. But something could have happened to him in the many, many, many hundreds of acres that surround us. So I'm sitting here. I decided to have a fire at almost midnight. Last day of summer, first day of fall tomorrow. Really nice, cool air tonight. I've been looking forward to this weather. I love each season. I really cherish each changing season. But I'm always ready for the next change. It's been a hot summer, and I'm ready for cool weather. I love cool weather. I love my gardening, so I love summer. And there's just something magical about winter. I like to see some snow, not tens of feet of snow, but yeah. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Lucky, I'm so worried that something's happened to him, and I've lost many dogs growing up, and each one's been hard, but it's really hard not knowing what's happened to one of them. And I just pray that he turns up. And I've heard many people say, a dog could be gone a whole week and they'll show back up. And I'm gonna just hope that's the case. But I keep looking in the chair outside. I have a security camera on my porch. I leave the light on outside for him, and I check that camera every 30 minutes just to see if he's sitting out there in his chair. He's the most lovable dog a person could ever imagine. He was abused, clearly, by the people who owned him previously and dumped him. And I know he just felt love here because he couldn't get enough attention. He loved attention. I hope this isn't the last video I make of my dog Lucky. And clearly it's not of him. I'm just sitting here in front of a fire. But, you know, I know it may be ridiculous, but, you know, I am one of those people that there's some people out there I wouldn't save over my dogs, because to me, a good dog is just as good as a good person and their family, and they're like my children. And you know, I panic all the time whenever, you know, I let them out to go to the bathroom, and I don't have to worry about Cash or Maggie because they stay in the yard. They don't chase cars. You know, I got them broke of that very early, young age. But Lucky, he really likes to roam. Of course, you know, I couldn't raise him the way I wanted him, and I've tried so hard to break him of that. But Lucky, I hope you're out there, and I'm going to make another video soon. If anyone's interested, please let me know in the comments. I don't know if this is much of an interesting video for people, but I just wanted to make something. I was debating on whether or not to start this fire, but we got dumped on like 4 inches of rain over the past few days, so it's plenty moist out, plenty wet. Great big burn pile here over the last few years, and I'm a paranoid person. I told my dad, like, nope, we're not starting a fire there until it's nice and wet out, because I'm afraid of it getting out of control and going down into the timber. But it's not going to. It's really wet. So this dead tree fell down over 3 days. 3 different chunks of it fell, and I saved the sickle mower that was sitting underneath it. That's been sitting there for like 20 years, a Massey Ferguson sickle mower. My dad and I are both like, we ought to move that one of these days. That dead tree's going to fall on us. So you know what? I hooked onto it and moved it. And then the very next day, the damn tree fell down right where it was sitting. So what are the odds of that? It's just how I keep my mind at bay. Oh, Lucky, come back to me. Thank you guys for watching.